Okay, so now we're going to take a look at our third objective, which is a histogram and a frequency polygon. Let's take a look at our distribution table that we made earlier today. All right, so the distribution table we made for the boys, age of maximum yearly growth. All right, so we had 10 through 18 as our data items. And the frequencies, once again, were 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 6, 3, 1, 1. All right, so once again, this came from the notes earlier. You can go back and refer to the frequency distribution notes. Let's not forget that our data items referred to the age of maximum growth. All right, that is what our data items were. What we want to do here is we want to construct a histogram. So let's define a histogram first. All right, so a histogram is just a bar graph. With bars that touch each other. And it's really a nice way to display. It's a visual display of data. Right, so an example of a histogram, right, would be something like this, where you just have bars, maybe that touch each other. The x-axis refers to the data items. The y-axis will refer to the frequency. Sometimes a frequency or a histogram may have this symbol. That symbol just indicates that some data items are excluded. Because we want to focus on our data items, right? So what we're going to do here is we are going to construct a histogram. We're going to construct the histogram for the distribution table that we made earlier. Okay, so let me go to the next page here. So I'm going to have this symbol there because if you look at our data, it starts at 10 and goes through 18, right? So we don't want to start at, and let me go back. We don't want to start at 1. We really want to start at 10. So this is telling us that it's eliminating 1 through 9. So our table had 10, 11, 12, 13, all the way to 18. So those are the ones that I want to include. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Right? This consists, once again, this is our age in years. Are otherwise our data values, right? Our data values. And we have our frequencies, which will be the Y column. And our numbers were 1 through 9 is what it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we just look at our table and we can see that 10 was shown one time. So we make a bar for that. 11 was shown 2 times. We make a bar right next to that. We want these bars touching as well. 12 was seen 5 times. So we'll go up to 5 and trying to get as close as I can to that. 13 was seen 7 times, so we go up to that. 13 was seen 7 times. 14 was seen 9 times, so we go up to 9. It's again letting these vertical bars touch each other. 15 was seen 6 times, so now it looks like it's kind of going back down a little bit. 16 was seen 3 times. 17 was seen 1 time, and 18 was also seen 1 time. So this is a nice example of a histogram. As we can see, this histogram is really focused on the data items 10 through 18. We show this symbol to show that it eliminates some data items. So a nice way of looking at the data that we saw earlier. So instead of seeing all these numbers, right, all these numbers, what we can do is 2 things, right? We can construct, so far, a table, right? Or a histogram. All right. So we see nice ways of representing these numbers. And another way of looking at it is by a frequency polygon. And a frequency polygon has a lot of similarities to the histogram. The only real difference is that you use points that are connected with straight lines. Let's take a look at an example. Construct a frequency polygon. So same thing, we're going to eliminate some of these numbers, all right? We have 10 through 18. And our, once again, this is our age in years, refers to our data values. Our Y is our frequency. And our numbers were 1 through 9. Using the same table. This time we're going to use points. So 10 was seen 1 time. We see a point. 11 was seen 2 times. We see a point. 12 was seen 5 times. See a point. 13 was seen 7 times. With the point, 14 was seen 9 times. With the point, 15 was seen 6 times. We use a point. 16 was seen 3 times. Point, and 17 and 18 were each seen 1 time. So you connect each one of these points with a straight line. As you can see, it's not going to be a perfect straight line, and it shouldn't. You shouldn't have any curves, all straight lines. Right? And all you want to do at the very end is make sure that it connects or it touches your x-axis. So this is a nice example of a frequency polygon. Once again, really understanding that this polygon, right, and this histogram, both of these, right, both of these are referring to this table, right, which started off as just a list of numbers.